I can't shake the sound of Dome 7 anymore, that low, grinding hum that's been my whole life in 2147. I'm surrounded by it, this city we built to hide from a world we turned to ash. The air outside's a killer now, thick with poison that'd choke you in seconds, and the water's long gone, just dust in the cracks. I hear them out there, the people I grew up with, banging on pipes, their fists hammering a rhythm of desperation for one more gulp of oxygen. I'm Kael, nothing special, just a guy with a wrench and a job to keep this core alive. It's a beast, towering over me, all steel and circuits, pulsing green like it's breathing. But I see it flicker, weaker every day. I've spent years down here, tightening bolts, rerouting power. My hands raw from the work, but it's not enough. I feel the weight of their voices, their lives, pressing down on me, and I wonder if this is it. If the core stops, if Earth stops, and I'm the one who couldn't save it. My chest tightens as I stare at it, this last spark of hope, and I don't know if I've got the strength left to keep it beating. I've spent countless shifts staring at this core, wondering how much longer it'd hold, but today was different. I was tracing a circuit, my fingers brushing a loose wire, when it happened. A jolt, sharp and alive, green fire exploding from the core and slamming me back. I hit the floor hard, my breath knocked out, and I felt it rushing through me, this energy, wild and untamed, like it was clawing its way into my soul. I blinked through the pain, saw a holograph flicker to life above me. Horizon protocol initiated. My head spun. What the hell was that? I scrambled up, hands shaking, gripping the core's edge to steady myself, and I heard my own heartbeat pounding in my ears, louder than it should have been. I didn't ask for this, didn't want it, but it's like the core saw me, chose me, and now I'm tangled in something I don't understand. I feel its hum vibrating in my chest, stronger now, like it's trying to tell me something, and I'm terrified because I don't know what it wants or what I'm supposed to do. I wasn't alone for long after that jolt hit me. I was still catching my breath, staring at the core like it had bitten me when Lira stumbled out from a corner I hadn't even noticed. She's a shadow herself, always lurking where the tech hums loudest. I saw her headset sparking, her eyes wide like she'd heard something I couldn't, and she muttered about signals, codes whispering in her brain. She's a hacker, the kind who breaks into systems just to see what's inside, and I've known her long enough to trust that sharp mind of hers. Then Torin limped in, his metal legs buzzing with every step, his face carved with scars and suspicion. He's a flyer who lost his wings in a crash years back, and I've seen him stare at the sky like it owes him something. The core's light reached out, green tendrils wrapping around us, and I felt it shift, my hands tingling with power, Lyra's head tilting as if she's listening harder, Torin's legs steadying like they're alive again. I realized it wasn't just me. It chose us all, binding us into this mess. I'm supposed to lead, I think, to pull us together. But I don't know how when I barely understand what's happening myself. I thought we'd get a moment to figure this out, but fate doesn't wait. I was still shaking from the core's touch when the ceiling cracked open and they came. Enforcers, drones with red eyes cutting through the smoke, heading straight for the core like they knew exactly what it was. I didn't think. I just reacted, my hands flaring up, and I threw out a blast of green energy, watching it slam one drone into the wall, sparks flying everywhere. I stood frozen, my pulse racing, staring at my hands like they weren't mine anymore, feeling the heat still buzzing in my fingers. Lira jumped into action, her headset glowing as she hacked their systems. I heard her cursing under her breath, fingers moving so fast I could barely follow, slowing those machines down, giving us a chance. Torin didn't even pause. He blurred past me, faster than I'd ever seen, his fist smashing through another drone, metal crumpling like foil, his eyes burning with something I hadn't seen in him before. I felt the core behind me, its hum stuttering, weaker with every hit it took. And I knew these weren't ours. Someone sent them to snuff it out, to snuff us out. I've never fought like this, never had to. But now I'm swinging, dodging, protecting it because it's all we've got left. I thought the fight would break me, but then the core came alive, brighter than I'd ever seen, flooding the room with green light that pulsed like it had a will of its own. I heard it. A voice, sharp and mechanical, slicing through my head. "Protect the protocol!" I froze where I stood, my chest heaving, my mind racing to catch up as a star map flickered into view. Kepler 62F, a name whispered in old tales. A planet we'd written off as a dream too far gone. I turned slowly, my boots scraping the floor, and looked out through the dome's cracked glass. There it was, a ship, massive and silent, half lost in the toxic fog, like it had been waiting all this time. I clenched my fists, green power surging through me, syncing with the core's hum, and I felt my heartbeat match its rhythm, steady and strong for the first time in years. I glanced at Lira. She caught my eye, her gaze piercing, already working it out, her mind racing faster than mine ever could. Torin stood beside me, his fists balled, his stance ready. He's been itching to run, to fight, to break free of this cage. I don't know who's out there, what's hunting this signal, this ship, this last chance, but I feel it deep down. They're closing in, and they won't stop. I didn't sign up for this, didn't dream of being some hero, but I'm stepping up now, leading us forward, because if we don't reach that horizon, there's nothing left but darkness.